Hi, welcome to episode 10 of Brain Dump. You finally made it this far. We finally made it this far. Congratulations are in order. And, they're all thanks to you guys. How many people have seen this podcast? How many total downloads? Let's see. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm sick. So if I sound like this, that is why, obviously. And if you are watching me, you may have noticed the camera quality is different. Like I said in the last episode, I got a new camera. So now if you didn't watch me before, now you have a really good reason to, because everything is in super crisp, good quality. Like, look at this. Now my hand is in focus. Now my face is in focus. Hand is in focus. Face is in focus. Yeah, I'm shitting my pants about it too. Okay, so we have a total of almost 300 all-time downloads. And I would just like to thank everybody for putting up with me and listening to me, even if the episodes might not sound interesting. Thank you for sticking around and listening, regardless. I want to shout out all my listeners from different cities that aren't the one I live in. Shout out Gastonia, North Carolina. I got 6 viewers or 6 listeners from there. Shout out. I don't know why. That's a good amount of people, I feel. Shout out Ashburn, Virginia. If you live in Ashburn, Virginia, thank you for listening. And for those of you in Troy, Idaho, thank you for listening. I didn't mention Florida, but obviously a good amount of, almost all of my viewers are from Florida, so thank you to all of you guys. Internationally, nationally, locally, regionally, all of it. Thank you for listening, and it'll hopefully only get better from here. Hopefully. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick flex. I mean, you guys have really supported me for this, and I really appreciate it, because I didn't think I would get this many people listening ever. So I really appreciate it. And if you watch, thank you for watching and liking and commenting or whatever you choose to do. Thank you so much. Truly so kind and nice of you. I don't think I'll ever be able to repay you. So thank you. Just one more time. Focus on my hand. Focus on my face. I'm never going to shut up about that. I'm sorry. Anyways, today's video or podcast episode, is going to be about something that really was getting a lot of people's attention in maybe December of last year. So naturally, here I am talking about it. It's about Nepo babies. And if you don't know what a Nepo baby is at this point in your life, let me go ahead and inform you, based off my words. Basically, a Nepo baby is a nepotism baby. Nepotism is basically when someone in higher power helps you or someone related to that person to help make them become famous. That's the best way I can say it, the best way I can describe it. But nepotism itself, in Google's words, is the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially by giving them jobs. So, say, for example, your friend works at this job and you're looking to get a job, and they're like, I got you. You're a nepotism baby. you're a nepotism friend. You are benefiting from the hierarchy of your friend's job in order to get you a job. Same goes for Hollywood, the music industry. There's a lot of people basically everywhere in the world whose lives are built upon or dependent of nepotism. Got it? Because I have no more, I can't describe it in any other way besides, here are the synonyms they use: favoritism, preferential treatment, keeping it in the family. That is a big one, yeah. But yeah, we're going to be going over some shocking nepotism baby discoveries. If you've never, heard of some of these, then I did a good job. But if you have heard of all of these, good for you, I guess. I also do have a section of, irrelevant information that doesn't have to do with, nepotism per se. It's just, facts that I learned off of Wikipedia that I think are cool. So, let's get started. Let's get started with some nepotism babies you may already know about. Off the top of my head, Lily Rose Depp. She's model, actress, daughter of Johnny Depp, huge actor. Need I say more? Let's say Jaden Smith and Willow Smith. I think I have a package being delivered. Anyways, Jaden Smith and Willow Smith. Daughter and son of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Zoe Kravitz and Lenny Kravitz. If you know Zoe Kravitz, famous model, actress. Lenny Kravitz, famous actor. I think he's a singer too. But yeah, those are some of the most common, not really crazy out there Nepo babies you may know about. Let's go on to the next category, which is some mid ones. And in my mind, mid as in some of these may be normal, you may know about them, and some of them are it's not worth going into a big rant about. They're okay. They're normal. But not okay. And I'm gonna dive in. So the first one I wrote down is Billie Lourd. If you don't know her, she's been in American Horror Story, Scream Queens, ton of other movies. And her mother is, dun dun dun, Carrie Fisher. Yes, the Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, I think, in Star Wars. I've never really seen all of Star Wars to tell you. But yeah, that's her daughter. If you are watching, I will try my best to get pictures of everybody, so I'm not just saying words and you're yeah, sure, I'm gonna go Google this later. I'm doing the research for you. You're welcome. But if you're listening, I guess just Google them, because I can't physically put an image on audio. So yeah, we have, this one actually kind of shocked me. Ben Platt is the son of a director and producer. I don't know if I wrote his name right because it looks like I got autocorrected, but Mark E. Platt, that can't be his name. But he coincidentally produced Dear Evan Hansen. If you don't know, Ben Platt is the star of Dear Evan Hansen. So, it's also based off of a play in which Ben Platt isn't even, I don't know the drama of Dear Evan Hansen fully, but I know that I believe Ben Platt only played the main character Evan Hansen maybe recently in Broadway, and then the guy who actually started was the first from the beginning didn't even get the role for the movie. Some drama there. I've yet to even see the real actual movie. But I just think it's really funny that his dad directed the movie and casted him, probably. He also made Babylon and Legally Blonde 3. I've yet to see any of those. This was a really common one. If you know Maud Apatow from Euphoria, I forgot her name. She's Cassie's sister. I literally am blanking on her name, but if you've seen Euphoria, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, my SD card is full. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, back to the podcast. Maud Apatow is Cassie's sister in Euphoria, and her mother is also Leslie Mann, who is a big actress and also in like a lot of rom-coms, comedies, you name it. Love Leslie Mann. And Judd Apatow, which he's also a famous actor. So, isn't that silly and crazy and awesome? I wrote down Drew Barrymore, but I didn't even write down her dad, who is the one who made her into a nepotism baby, or like is her claim to fame, I guess you could say. Like, he basically, obviously, famous actor, as most of these people are. I think he like started making Drew Barrymore like act when she was really young. Like, she got all these roles, I'm assuming, because of like his connections in LA in the film or like TV show industry, because I'm pretty sure she was in some shows and some movies, but yeah. She is like so old now, and she's been like, honestly, Drew Barrymore is an enigma. Like, I can't believe how much like she's done in her whole career, and like it's just like she is mother. Like, Aubrey Plaza was right. Like, Drew Barrymore is mother for sure. Next one, Tracy Ellis Ross being Diana Ross's daughter. If you don't know who Diana Ross is, you live under a rock. Please go get educated. She's a really famous singer from like the 80s, 90s. She still makes music here and there, but she's a super famous singer. She created Tracy Ellis Ross, who is an actress. She's, I think, in like Mixed-ish, if that's the name of the show. I don't know if it's Blackish, Mixed-ish. They be making anything-ish a show. So I'm confused-ish about the name of the show, but she's in it. She's also in Tyler, the Creator's music video. I am blanking on which one. I think it's Magic Wand. Yes. She's in New Magic Wand. The music video, obviously, like I said. But yeah, she's in a lot of things. Go check her out. Love Tracy Ellis Ross. Billie Eilish. I'm pretty sure we all saw this one coming. Don't know who she is. Uh-oh, who are you? How old are you? And why don't you know who she is? I don't personally listen to her or really like her, but I mean, I have a phone, so naturally I know who she is. Like, the internet doesn't shut up about her every once in a while. But anyway, if you didn't know, her mother is an actress, a screenwriter, and a former theater teacher. Isn't that a little crazy, huh? Yeah. This is for my Hispanics who used to watch TV with their parents when they were younger. If you've ever seen El Gordo y la Flaca, La Flaca is indeed a nepotism baby. How, you may ask? Well, Lily Estefan, who is the paternal niece of music producer Emilio Estefan, sound familiar? Because his wife is Gloria Estefan. Yeah. If you are Cuban, you know who Gloria Estefan is. If you don't know, if you're not Cuban, but you know who she is, congratulations. If you don't know who she is, she's just a really famous Cuban singer. She's also an actress too, I believe. But that is how La Flaca got, I'm assuming, her job. Or like any sort of credibility. I think I think El Gordo y la Flaca was on Telemundo, if I'm correct. I don't remember, honestly. It might be. There's no way it was on Univision. So, for me, in my head, in my memories, let's just say El Gordo y la Flaca was on Telemundo. But anyways, yeah, she's a nepotism baby. Maya Rudolph, famous actress, soon to be Eminem lady, famous SNL actress too, hormone monstrous in Big Mouth, does a lot of voice acting and she's really good at it. I love her. She is the daughter of Minnie Riperton, who is an American singer-songwriter. Also, I think like she made music in like the 70s or 80s. That's why, if you don't know who she is, that might be why. So that's it for my mid category, like questionable, like not like shocking like discoveries, but like definitely like, wow, didn't know that one. Thank you, Nicole. These next ones are going to be the crazy ones, the ones that I'm like, holy shit. Like when I first found out about them, I was like, what? So maybe you'll be like, what? First one, I don't know if it was just me, but the shock I got when because I pieced this together myself. It wasn't even like a, oh, I looked it up one day and I was like, oh, what? Because, okay, Maya Hawke, who we all know, if you've seen Stranger Things, from Stranger Things. First off, I just thought that her mom was Uma Thurman, which already crazy. Crazy for your mom to be Uma Thurman. If you don't know who Uma Thurman if you don't know who Uma Thurman is, she is most famous for her roles in Kill Bill. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. I just thought, like, that's her mom. Like, that's it. I didn't think anything else of it. Then I come to find out, holy shit, her dad is Ethan Hawke, which, crazy. If you've ever seen Black Phone, he's the grabber. I can't think of anything else Ethan Hawke is in. He's in a lot of horror movies, but pretty much like Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke made a baby, and their name is Maya Hawke, and that's crazy to me. That's like actually the most shocking thing I've ever learned in my life, because I didn't look it up. I just found out on Instagram, and it has to this day rocked me to my core. Like, I can't believe I could never in a million years imagine how Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke met each other and then created a baby. Not to say that Ethan Hawke is ugly. I don't find him unattractive. But it's just crazy. Where did y'all meet and how did that happen? And how did you make a Maya Hawke? Exactly. Next one, I just obviously found out about this while I was researching this topic for the podcast. John David Washington, which if you don't know who that is, he was, I believe, one of the main characters in Tenet, the Christopher Nolan movie. And he was also one of the main characters in BlacKkKlansman. His father is Denzel Washington. What? I love him. I love his work. I love how he acts. Did I ever in a million years think, oh, he's related to Denzel Washington? No. Why would I have ever thought that? I never thought to correlate the two. But the internet did it for me. So that's crazy. Laura Dern. Miss Laura Dern. Ever heard of her? The only thing I can think of that she's in, off the top of my head, which might not be, super famous or, the first things people think about when they think of Laura Dern, but the only two roles I can think of her in are Marriage Story and Jurassic Park. But I would argue that Laura Dern's biggest role is probably Jurassic Park. But anyway, she is the daughter of a famous actress. What's the name of her mom? I don't know. I didn't go as far as to write it down. You want to see my list? Focus on my face. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, if you're listening, you're really confused, but I just, like, keep putting my hands and I just put my phone in front of the camera lens and it, like, focused immediately, and then it just focused right back on my face. Like, it's just, like, it's a level of luxury I have never had in my, how long, like, I had my last camera since middle school, 8th grade, so, like, I was probably, like, 13 when I got my camera. So this is like a level of luxury I've never experienced in 8 years. So pardon me if I'm freaking the fuck out. But yeah, anyways, next is Ben Stiller, who, hello, I don't know if you noticed a couple episodes ago, found him very attractive, enough to be on a list of weird men I find attractive. His parents were famous. Doing what? I don't know, because I never wrote it down. I think they were probably actors. That's usually where everything starts. Like, they're always an actor. They're always a famous singer. Like, it's really predictable. It's getting really predictable. As you can see, this is why a lot of people now, like normal folk like me and you, get tired of like figuring out or like finding out that like these famous actors and actresses just like make their children become these famous actors and actresses. Like, it's really exhausting. Like, when are the normies gonna get a chance? Am I right, guys? Anyway, this is a real hot topic in this day and age right now, in this time period of 2023. Hailey Bieber. What? Hailey Bieber? Nepotism, baby? Mm-hmm. Indeed she is. Also, I'm siding with Selena. Always. Always. No need to explain myself. Like, I'm gonna assume most people assume with Selena. And this, like, if you, if you don't, you're rubbing me the wrong way, and shut the fuck up. But anyway, Hailey Bieber is Alec Baldwin's niece. If you don't know who Alec Baldwin is, Boss Baby. He's the voice actor for Boss Baby. He's also, it was in SNL. He did Donald Trump when Donald Trump was president on SNL, to the point where it offended Donald Trump. And I think Alec Baldwin is no longer allowed to do it anymore because of that. I don't think the president himself, like, reached out and was like, can you get that bitch off the screen? Like, I don't want him anymore. Because they still make skits about Donald Trump, but they just don't have Alec Baldwin in it. Oh, also, he is famous for shooting a cinematographer on set for a movie and got those charges dropped. If you don't know him from anything I just said, whoa, get a grip. Yeah, she's Alec Baldwin's niece. Crazy, right? I don't know how that happened. Well, I do know how that happened, but like, it's kind of weird. This was a little bit of a deep dive. Ever heard of Nicolas Cage? Yeah. So his story, his family tree is crazy. If you ever want to look real deep at Nicolas Cage's family history, his family tree, all of it, it's really complicated, and there's a lot of Nepo babies within that family, but he is probably the biggest of them all. His dad was August Coppola, which is a famous director. And he's also the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola. He made The Godfather. The director, Francis Ford Coppola, made The Godfather. And his cousins are Roman Coppola and Sofia Coppola, which are also famous directors. And also, just a crazy little fact to throw out there, Nicolas Cage dated I think he married Lisa Marie Presley, and then they divorced in 2004. Either they got married in 2004 or divorced in 2004. But they were married. They were together at one point in their life. Which is crazy. Because, like, how did y'all meet? How did y'all meet? What the fuck? Yeah, that's my little Nicolas Cage spiel. Crazy. Next up, Emma Roberts. Her aunt is Julia Roberts. Didn't know that one? Who's Emma Roberts? She's in Scream Queens. She's in American Horror Story. She's in so many movies. How do you not know who Emma Roberts is? Julia Roberts? How do you know who Julia Roberts is? Notting Hill. First thing that came to mind for some reason, because I just watched that movie with her in it. Julia Roberts is in a ton of shit. Don't ask me to name one thing she's in right now, because I just did, but I can't think of anything else. But they're related. Crazy, right? They kind of look alike, too, once you, put those things together. Put that information together. This is also very shocking, this next one. Maddie fucking Healy, 1975. You ever heard of it? Not the year, the band. The lead singer, Maddie Healy. Nepotism, baby. What? That shocked me to my core. I love Maddie Healy. And his mom and dad, Denise Welch, and Tim Healy, are famous British actors, or UK actors. Really crazy to find that out. Kind of disappointing. I just looked him up on a whim, and there I was, finding out that he is indeed a nepotism baby. He's everything he's ever hated, I think. Didn't like finding that out. Actually, guys, that's the whole list. Let me know your crazy little Nepo baby discoveries down below. But here's a little PSA side note. Something that has nothing to do with Nepo babies. Is just information I found on Wikipedia that I thought was crazy, and I feel like you guys should know. They're little tidbits and facts. Tried to figure out if The Rock was a nepotism baby. He's not. Why? You'd think. I don't know. His parents were pretty normal people. But he lived in New Zealand for a short time with his mother's family, which is crazy. What the fuck was he doing all the way over there? And he played rugby. Can you imagine The Rock playing rugby? No, me either. Exactly. Just finding out that The Rock lived in New Zealand was not something I thought was going to happen to me. I never thought that was... He never brings this up. New Zealand of all places. I know. Next, Cameron Diaz went to high school with Snoop Dogg. I feel like some people know this, but I found out about it. They went to high school together. Makes me feel like Cameron Diaz and Snoop Dogg are, completely different in age, but they went to school together. Crazy. Right? Right. Next up, Charlie Sheen went to school with Rob Lowe and Sean Penn. I love Rob Lowe. I can't believe Charlie Sheen went to school with Rob Lowe. What? And then the next one is the last one. Maya Rudolph, who I mentioned previously, went to college with Gwyneth Paltrow and Jack Black. What a combo of people to go to college with. You're joking. Why the fuck was Gwyneth Paltrow? Gwyneth Paltrow is a nepotism baby, by the way, also. I didn't mention that, but she is. If you didn't know, now you know. But, yeah, ain't that crazy? Ain't that something, huh? Jack Black, what are you doing over there? What are you doing with Gwyneth Paltrow and Maya Rudolph? Maya Rudolph makes sense. Gwyneth Paltrow? What? Yeah, I know. That's it for today's, main theme. I did want to go over my thoughts on Cocaine Bear, because I did say I was going to see it last week, and I saw it like I promised, and I have some reviews, some things to say. Really liked it overall. If you didn't know, because this was something I found out while I was watching it, Elizabeth Banks, famous actress, was in Pitch Perfect, was in Hunger Games, is in a lot of shows, Modern Family right now. I'm watching that show. I know, she, comes in and out. She guest stars on it. She is in quite literally so many things. She directed this fucking movie. Huh? I think it's her directorial debut. Because I've never heard of any other movies directed by her. But yeah, I just found that really crazy. I love that a woman made Cocaine Bear. It makes so much sense. Mama Bear. Mama Bear for real. Anyway, yeah, I loved it. Really recommend it. It's definitely like, I feel like a fucking slasher movie. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of like a slasher movie. Like, people die in crazy little ways. And they all circle back to Cocaine Bear. So, it's like kind of gory a little bit. So, if you're into gore, I give it a thumbs up. Go see it. If you're not into gore, close your eyes. There's gore. Definitely for sure a rated R movie. People die in terrible ways. But don't worry. Cocaine Bear does not. Is that a spoiler? Because, I mean, like, it's not based on the real events. Like, it's just inspired by the real events. So, yeah. I'm done. Like, I truly got nothing else to say. I don't want to, like, strain my voice any more than it already has been. I feel like I've been saving most of my voice for today anyway. Let me know what you guys think of this camera quality, because I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Also, give me ideas. I'm running real dry on them. Like, this was purely something I thought would take a lot longer but didn't type of idea. But I love finding out, like, the secrets, the deep little secrets of Hollywood and sharing them with people, because I feel like everyone should know. So we don't, like history won't repeat itself, but history will continue to repeat itself, unfortunately. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you guys stick around for many, many more episodes to come. 10 episodes down. So many more to go. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We're in March. Like, tell me how I started this podcast in December and it's March. Girl, shut the fuck up right now. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you guys for watching and listening. And taking me in at my darkest times. Just kidding. There has not been that much of a dark moment on this podcast yet. I think. Not yet. But really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys listening and giving me feedback and telling me that you're listening to my podcast and looking forward to it every week. It truly makes my day. And it's really easy to make my day, but you guys make my day. Even though most of the people who do listen are my coworkers, I don't care, because it means a lot to me. And I want you to know you're appreciated. So, yeah, I'm done. Like, actually, like I said it before, but I mean it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. It's the weekend. Party hardy. Or don't. Stay inside. I don't care. Watch a movie. I just watched The Mummy. Pretty good. I watched it for the first time. Can't believe I rode the ride before I watched the movie. What a spoiler, am I right? Just kidding. It's okay. It's a good movie. I love Brendan Fraser, I think. I'm very pro Brendan Fraser. And he is gonna win an Oscar. For sure. Maybe next week I can talk about the Oscars. I mean, like, the Oscars is next weekend, but that won't stop me. I might do it. I might actually, yeah. Well, I'll think about it, but I'll bring it back up again in another episode. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a great friggin' day. Bye.